Namaste, welcome to the Hanuman Chalisa live session. As you all know, it's a hybrid class. We will be having the physical session along with the live session. So there may be some noises in the background. Request you to excuse. And please have a notebook and a pen with you so that you can copy down your notes. So we will start the session with Om 3 times. Just a second. 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡 ब्रह्माद्वयं व्यापकमव्ययं च विशदं विराजं सीताभिरामं प्रणमामि रामं मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीगुरुचरणसरोजरज निजमनमुकुरसुधारि वरणो रघुवरविमलयश जोदायकफलचारि बुद्धिहीनतनुजानिके सुमिरौ पवनकुमार बलबुद्धिविद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीशतिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बलधाम अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नाम महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई सहस वदन तुम्हरो यश गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद शारद सहित अहीशा यम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, लील्योता ही मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका में विमुख माहि, जलधि लांघि करे अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना. This is what we have seen. Now we learn after. Okay. आपन तेज सहारो आपै, आपन तेज सहारो आपै। तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपै, तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपै। आपन तेज संहारो आपै, आपन तेज संहारो आपै। तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपै, तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपै. Together. आपन तेज संहारो आपै, तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपै. Now we'll see the meaning of this as we have discussed in the previous class. From the verse 20 onwards, the benefits of worshipping Hanuman, why should we pray for his grace, has been brought out very nicely by Goswami Tulsidas. These lines, right, from तुम रक्षक सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा till the shlokas that we are going to learn today, till probably 26 or so, it is like every time we are in any kind of fear or any kind of difficult situation, it is like Maha Mantra. These 5 shlokas we can just quickly chant. सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सहारो आपै, तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपै. The next 3 also. Like this you can chant the entire thing together. Why? Because the meaning is very powerful. It's like a rakshak. Okay, that is why. So we will understand this meaning to know why it is so. I am getting an error message from YouTube saying there is not enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I am hoping that everybody is able to see the shloka text on the window clearly and also to hear my voice clearly. If it's not, I'll end and restart. Understand the meaning. Okay, so Apana Teja. Apana means your. Teja means what? Effulgence, radiance, your radiance. Okay, your radiance. Apana Tej, your radiance. Samharo does not mean to kill. Samhara in Sanskrit means to kill. Samhara in Avadi is the corruption of the word smara. Smara means to remember. When your radiance, you remember. Okay, samharo, you remember. Ape. Ape actually means yourself. We will understand this a little more. When you remember your radiance yourself, okay, then what will happen? Ape means yourself. Then, Tino Loka, the 3 worlds. What are the 3 worlds? Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka. The 3 lokas. Okay, we have seen before also. He is a master of all the lokas. Right? So the 3 lokas, Tino Loka, the 3 lokas, honk by your roar, the roaring sound that Hanuman makes, by your roar, te, at that, kampe, they tremble. By your roar, they tremble. So what is explained here? When you remember your own radiance yourself, then you let out a roar. That roar makes the 3 worlds tremble. Who remembered Hanuman of his own radiance? Jambavan. Correct? What? That is by smara, samhara, smara. Why did he remember? Because he was reminded of it. It didn't come by himself. And then he knew of his radiance himself, it says. Did he know of it himself, or was he told about his radiance through somebody? He was told. So why is Tulsidas using the word by yourself, you know? When the Guru gives any Upadesha, when Jambavan is the Guru, to Hanuman, who is the student, when the Guru gives any Upadesha, if the student takes the knowledge as coming from an external source. For example, I'll give an example. Okay, say you're learning 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 or some topic in maths. Your teacher is teaching. So the teacher has written the sum on the board and given you and told you how to answer the problem. Okay, what have you done? Passively heard. Okay, will you be able to solve the problem on your own? No, you have only passively heard. At that time, the knowledge, is it within you or external to you? External to you. Is that the right way to deal with your guru?
No.
When the guru says something, if we passively hear, are we good students?
No.
No. What should we do? Our mind should immediately engage in the 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 problem. As the teacher is solving, our mind should try to understand, why is the teacher doing this? If you don't understand why, will you ever be able to solve the problem? No. You have to understand why is the teacher doing it. Then what you have to think, as the teacher is doing, you should try to predict what next will she write on the board. And if you find that you have a doubt, you should ask, I didn't understand, please tell. Instead, if you passively copy down the problem from the blackboard, you would have only passively heard and not internalized. Whereas Hanuman was not such an 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 student. What was Hanuman? Hanuman was a dedicated, committed student. So the moment 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗀 opened his mouth and gave him this information that, hey, you know what 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗀 says, exact words of 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗀. 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗀 is very surprised at Hanuman's fear. Imagine the guy who had leaped to the sun, we saw in that class, how many yojanas, we did the calculation, and how many yojanas was Sri Lanka? A few kilometers in comparison to the thousands of kilometers that he had jumped. So seeing a person who had made such a huge leap, being scared of this few kilometers leap, 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗀 was surprised. He says, 𝗂𝗁 सो काज कठिन जग माही, chant, 𝗂𝗁 सो काज कठिन जग माही, कठिन जग माही, जो नहीं होई तात तुम पाही, तात तुम पाही. Is there anything in the world that you cannot do? This is mantra for all of us. Whenever we confront something difficult, what should we think? Is there anything in the world that Hanuman could not do? I am Hanuman Bhakt. Is there anything in the world that I can't do? All good things. Okay, I can do. Correct? So that attitude should be there of I can do. That attitude, 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗀 immediately expects Hanuman. You know, you are like this. This is the attitude of the Guru. Guru is not telling the Shishya, you don't know anything. I will not say that you will get good marks in the exam. If you do like this, how will you do? How will you understand 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃? It's beyond you. Is the Guru talking like that? No. Guru is saying nothing is impossible for you. And what is the disciple immediately doing? The knowledge starts to come from within him. The knowledge that he can do. What is that called? The knowledge that you can do anything when it comes from within you. What is that called? What is that emotion? What is that thing called? Feeling. Confidence. So, is confidence coming from outside and being put there, or is confidence coming from within to do the leap? Within. For anything, if somebody tells physics is easy, do it. Confidence, will it come? No. If you start feeling inside, is there anything Hanuman can't do? Let me also try to do physics. Come on, it can't be that difficult. When you get that attitude, yes, I know it is a story in everybody's house. So, the moment you get that feeling, why is it so difficult? I can also do it. Then when the confidence comes from within, there is nothing that will stop us. This is not only for children. Children, it is most relevant. Even adults. I am scared to do this. I am scared to come in front of the camera and talk. I am scared to do this. I mean, this is one thing I keep hearing. That's what I am saying. I am scared to talk. I'm scared to answer. I'm scared to even chant in public. So many things we are scared. Why should we be scared? Correct? So this shloka especially tells us that knowledge and confidence should be internalized for success. External knowledge, external confidence will not lead to success. Okay, so when he remembers that knowledge, when he remembers his true nature, then it seems he let out a roar. What roar? He was about to cross the ocean. He let out a mighty roar. The trees there were uprooted from the mountain. The very mountain shook by the weight of his roar. He gave such a loud roar that the three lokas truly went berserk. They lost their bearings. Okay, this is explained in very poetic words by Tulsidas in his allied grantha called the 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃 is not 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃. In 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃, many things which were not covered in 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃, after writing he felt dissatisfied. 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃. So he said, I have to write more to tell all the secrets. Why did I leave it out in the first place? Either they didn't appear to me at that time, Rama by his grace has now revealed to me these secrets. So let me reveal it to the world. So he wrote 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. in the form of dohas, that also, but bigger words, bigger paragraphs in 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏 is one tune. It's very easy to sing, like we are singing, no? This one has a different tune. I'll just sing it. मत्तवठमुकुटदशकण्डसाहसशैलशृङ्ग बिद्धरानिजनुपच्रटाङ्की दशनधरिधरणि चिक्करतदिग्गजकमटशेषसङ्कुचितशङ्कितपिनाकी चलतमहिमेरुच्छलितसागरसकलविकलविधिबधिरदिशि झाङ्की रजनिचरधरणि घरगर्भार्भकस्रवत सुनत हनुमान की हांक भाकी, Hanuman ki hank bhaki. When you hear it, only so much power, no? You know what it means, I'll share. The meaning is so beautiful, that's why I'm singing it. Matta bata mukuta dashakanda sahasa shaila. There was a mountain which was confronting Hanuman, not the ocean. What was the mountain? Ravana sahasa, dashakanda sahasa. Because of his impunity, the impunity with which he thought he could kidnap Sita and get away with it. That kind of raw, bald-faced courage that he had, somebody had to give him a fitting reply. Who was the person ready for it? Hanuman. So what was Hanuman like? Hanuman was, if you want to break a mountain, what do you need? Can you break it? No. Can you break a mountain with your bare hands? What kind of equipment do you need? You need a sharp pointed weapon, a chisel. And how hard should the chisel be? If you break it with the chisel should not break. Chisel should be so strong that it break the mountain only. So this chisel of Hanuman was made of diamond. Whose diamond you know? Indra hit him with Vajra. Vajra is diamond, no? His whole form became like Vajra. With that Vajra form, he broke the courage mountain, which was Ravana. What courage? Not the positive good courage that we should all try to be, model after, but the bad courage which made him do wrong things. So what happened? When he wanted to pierce it, he was a furious warrior. He did this with a lot of anger and conviction on his side. So when he did it, he let out a formidable roar. The roar that he let out, you know what happened? Who holds the earth in place in 8 quarters, 8 directions? 𝗓𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃, the elephants. Okay. Do you remember the names? Do you know the names? 𝗓𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏's names. I think I have told it in some class. I don't know if you remember. You remember? 𝗖𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗀 𝗵𝗏𝗃𝗃 कुमुदो अनुजः वामनः कुमुद अनुजः, then सुप्रतीकः सार्वभौमः. Like this, one more Diggaja is there. So 8 Diggajas are there, 8 elephants. Okay, these 8 elephants hold up the 8 quarters. Forgot the 8th. Okay, so these 8 Diggajas hold the 8 quarters. The moment Hanuman roared, they trembled. What will happen if they tremble? The earth will tremble. Then they got scared. Oh no, we will fail in our duty to hold up the earth. So what do? They hold up the earth with their feet. They don't hold it on their backs like Shesha. Okay, they hold it up with their feet. So they press the earth down hard with their feet to keep the earth in place. And then what happened? If they are pressing so hard, on whose back are they pressing? Adisesha. When his back was pressed more and more by the Diggajas putting weight on him, Adisesha started to shake. So there was one shaking happening because the Diggajas were shaking. Then they pressed hard. Because of that, Adisesha couldn't take the weight on his back and he started shaking. And then both of them, the holder of the Pinaka bow, who is the holder of the Pinaka bow? Shiva. In fact, here the poet only says the one who holds the Pinaka bow, namely Shiva. Even Shiva. Who is Shiva? Shiva is a person from whom Hanuman himself was born. Correct? Hanuman is an Amsha of Shiva. Even Shiva got surprised. What has happened to Hanuman? Why is he roaring like this? So even he, as he held the Pinaka, felt uncertain. The earth and the Sumeru mountain started to tremble. When the earth trembles, all the 7 oceans also trembled. And then finally, who gets worried? Brahma. Everything is shaking, no? All of his creation is shaking. So Brahma gets very agitated and worried. And then he looks here and there at all the 8 directions, telling his creation, namely the elephants and Adisesha and everyone else and Shiva also, please be in your places. Hold fast, it will soon go. This calamity will soon pass. What calamity? Hanuman's roar. Okay, so this is the description given by Tulsidas in 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃. Nice, no? I really like the poetry there. Okay, so now we come to the next shloka. So basically, when he let out his roar. And okay, one thing we can learn from this. When you have any bad things or any negative influences, what is a counter to those negative influences? Right. How do you create a positive influence immediately? Say somebody is constantly shouting at you and making you feel bad. Everybody has this example. Everybody is looking at their mothers. Sad. Only Shreya is not. Thank you, Shreya.
I'm writing notes. I won't get shouted at. Thank you very much.
There is nobody who will not look at their mother for this. Say you're getting shouted at constantly, okay? Then when you're getting shouted at constantly, it's a negative influence on you. How do you counter the negative influence? Apart from putting cotton in your ears, which you should not do when your mother is shouting at you. So what can you do? Let the children say no. The children are the ones who are dealing with it daily. What can you do? That is a wonderful thing. If you will allow that, if you will ensure that your parents don't shout at you and you behave in such a way that it is very good and they don't shout at you at all, brilliant. But still, life is like that we end up doing something wrong, or they have to say something to us, so we end up here. It's not just moms, by the way, there are so many other negative things. Moms are not negative influences at all. Moms are very positive influences. Moms are telling all this because for your good. Say some really negative thing is there. Somebody is chanting some stupid thing. Okay, or not chanting, so saying some stupid thing. For me, only chanting is coming. Saying some stupid thing, or somebody is saying something bad about someone else. All these kinds of bad things. I'm not talking about mom shouting. Mom shouting is fine. Moms have to shout. I mean, it's a part of the deal. So if moms don't shout, somebody is saying something negative. What do we do? Can you roar like Hanuman and block them out? No. So what can we do? Take Hanuman's name. Say Ram Ram Rama quietly to yourself. Internally say Ram Ram. Internally, if you say Ram Ram, even if somebody shouts at you, or somebody behaves badly with you, or something happens to upset you. Okay, small thing. Somebody will say something hurtful. Adults deal with it constantly. Somebody will say something hurtful. We can't predict everybody's behavior all the time. If somebody says something hurtful, instead of thinking negatively or badly about that person, say Ram Ram. This is our way of roaring. Okay, Hanuman's way of roaring, one loud roar. So much so that even Ravana will tremble. Okay, and that roar gives us faith. Gives us faith that he will protect us. When he is so powerful and he is capable of roaring like that to retrieve Sita Mata from Ravana, imagine how he will act for us, how he will protect us. So that roar gives us faith. So essentially it is the positive effect of sound. Positive sound has very good influence on all of us. Mantras are positive sounds. Ramanama is a positive sound. That's the point I was trying to make. Okay, so next shloka we'll go to. Drink a bit of water. भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे. करेक्ट महावीर जब नाम सुनावे.
महावीर जब नाम सुनावे.
महावीर जब नाम सुनावे.
महावीर जब नाम सुनावे.
भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे.
भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे.
महावीर जब नाम सुनावे.
महावीर जब नाम सुनावे.
Together. भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे. महावीर जब नाम सुनावे. Once more. भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे. महावीर जब नाम सुनावे. This is what mothers will tell their children to chant in the night if they get scared of the dark. Okay, these two lines only. Okay, Mahavir ke naam sunao, bhoot pishach nikat nahi aayenge. What does it mean, Mahavir? Who is Mahavira? Hanuman. So we'll see the meaning. Bhoot pishach nikat nahi aave. Ghosts, demons will not come near. Ghosts and demons, sorry, my throat is bad, will not come near. Mahavira Jab Naam Sunave. When you chant the name, Sunave is not here, but when you chant the name of Mahavira, Hanuman. When you chant the name of Hanuman. So Mahavira, the name was defined earlier also, the most valorous one. We saw the definition of most valorous. Please go back and see your earlier notes on why he is most valorous. It is not just defeating enemies. Okay. He had the power of inner conviction. He had overcome the 𝗟𝗔𝗥𝗡. All those made him Mahavira. Not just the fact that he can defeat you in battle with left hand, right hand, both tied behind his back. Okay, that is not the reason. The reason is he was such a morally strong person that there is nobody who could assail or defeat him. Okay, so Mahavira, one of tremendous valor. Why will Bhuta, Pishacha and all not come near when Mahavira, when Hanuman's name is told? They tremble because of him. Why?
Because of his role.
Valor.
No, because of his role.
Think logically. Whose Amsa is he?
Shiva.
Shiva is surrounded by whom? Bhutaganas. Bhuta, Pishachas surround Shiva. Are they terrifying Shiva or are they fully under his control? They all worship Shiva. They are fully under his control. So who is this? This is Hanuman. Will they even come near and trouble somebody who takes Hanuman's name? No. They will treat you like how they treat Ganesha and Kartikeya. To you, you will be equal to Shiva's children. Correct? To them, you will be equal to Shiva's children. So there is no way in which they will come near you or trouble. Okay? Tell them. Please tell.
My mother's extended family, his wife was like, somehow she accidentally passed away. So she was not living here. Daily she used to come in front of him. So he's terrified and he 41 days he prayed for Hanuman, daily went to temple. After 41 days, really he saw Hanuman upstairs and he asked, what do you want? He told, I just don't want to see her again. Then Hanuman asked it seems, what else do you want? Do you want anything? He said, no, I don't want anything. Then from next day, he didn't see her. It's really happened with my mother.
Wow.
They told her. He did morning 4 o'clock he used to go to temple.
Nice. To see the value of the human body. As long as they are alive, the body is valuable. After the body is no longer there, it is only terrified. Tell me.
What is that? In Bhagat Govindam there is one saying.
Bharya vibhyati tasmin kaye. Yes. Even the wife gets scared. Correct, Shriya. So, right. So, yeah, there are countless instances of how protection from any kind of malefic spirits, evil influences have worked amazingly well when Hanuman is worshipped. Okay.
He could not see him itself.
Effulgence. Just 41 days for Hanuman to appear, imagine how much of tapasya this man would have done, no, to get that. Really great.
Sometimes when I feel that this what is the real when I was small, when I used to ask my mom, she used to tell all the stories.
True, very true. Then next one. So because he is the live form of Shiva, that is the reason why Bhutas and Ganas do not trouble. Okay, so now we go to the next shloka. Next verse. 1 second. नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा. If you're comfortable saying पीरा, you can say that. Okay, just as Navadhi it is पीरा, but if you want to say पीरा, feel free. नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा. जपत निरंतर
जपत निरंतर
हनुमत वीरा
हनुमत वीरा
जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा
जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा
नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा
नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा
जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा
जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा
together
Is it जपत or जपत?
japat japata means same thing fast okay na you can say नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा. So this also has a very nice meaning. Anytime somebody is sick, mothers tell us to chant this, right? Nasai rog, may all nasai rog it destroys all diseases. It destroys. We'll tell no. It destroys all diseases. Hare sab pida. It removes all sufferings. Harai, it takes away, it removes all sufferings. Japata nirantara, Hanumata Veera, the continuous chanting of the brave Hanuman's name. The continuous chanting of the brave Hanuman's name. The continuous chanting of the brave Hanuman's name. Okay, that is the meaning of this paragraph. What is the difference between Roga and Pida? Roga is any disease. Pida is suffering. So why does suffering happen? Karma. So there is Adhyatmika. Okay, Roga could be Adhyatmika as well as Adi Bhautika. Coronavirus will come and hit. It is because of our karma if we get affected, but still it is an organism which is causing that disease. Same way viral diseases, bacterial diseases, whatever be the disease causing organism, it's an external organism to us. Those are called Adi Bhautika. These are called Adhyatmika sufferings. Okay, so Pidas are examples of Adhyatmika tapa. Adhyatmika means because of your karma. Okay, and Adi Bhautika means caused by any kind of organism. That is Roga, external. So Roga is Adi Bhautika and Pida is Adhyatmika. Okay, Adhyatmika caused due to karma. There are three kinds of tapa. It's called Tapatraya. Adhyatmika caused due to karma. Adi Bhautika caused due to external influences, external organisms. Third is Adi Daivika, caused due to acts of God, an earthquake. Okay, Panchabhutas, any of the Panchabhutas, fire, anything. So Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika.
What is the
Tapatraya is the heading. Caused by external beings is Adi Bhautika. Adhyatmika is caused due to one's own karma cycle. And third one, Adi Daivika, acts of God. Usually acts of God affect a large number of people. Right? Like one earthquake or a plane crash, so many people will die. Then, there is a story that I wanted to share. What I'll do is after finishing the next shloka.
Adi Devika and Adhyatmika, what is the difference? Because caused due to karma cycle isn't it the same as acts by God? Because
Cause by God is something which will affect everybody. There will be some kind of alignment of the karma cycle with the act, but the act affects a large number. Okay, that is right. If it affects only you, then it is your karma. That is. Okay, next verse we will. Sorry,
it will come under Adhyatmika.
which one?
Those which are caused only to you.
Those which are caused only because of your karma.
By papas.
Not just papas, not just things happen to you which are wrong. See, half the time we invite a problem on ourselves. The problem doesn't directly come and fall on our laps. How do we invite the problem? Because of our 6 enemies inside. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Our past karmas will make these ripus very strong and us very weak. Okay? That's why I'm going to tell a story for this. And then when we get weak, what happens? We do keep making wrong choices. We keep, Bhagni, please be quiet. We keep making wrong choices. As we keep making wrong choices, we are powerless to fight against something which happens. At that time, we'll say, oh no, this happened to me. Usually, health problems. Yeah? Greed. We like to eat something which is bad for us. Lot of sugar, lot of sweet. Then what happens? We lecture others. If you're having diabetes, please avoid sugar. But ourselves, whether or not we have diabetes, we'll eat sugar. And then what will happen after 20 years? We'll say, oh no, I also ended up getting diabetes because I ate too much sugar. What is that? Nothing but lobha, right? Nobody told you to eat sweets. You brought it on yourself. And the diabetes did not fall in your lap. You worked your way towards it. Same way, if you work very hard and do good things, they lead to good things, which you don't even expect. Much better things than what you even know or planned or expected. If you make all the right choices, if you keep saying everything is God's work, everything is God's work, the ripples will become weak. Whatever be your past karma. Even if your past karma is bad, if you keep saying, I will do this as God's work and do only the right work, therefore will you do wrong work? Will you eat? Will you keep wanting more and more sweet to eat? No, you'll think, okay, I'm offering this as prasada to God, let me take one. That willpower will start coming within you. Your ripus will become weak. If your ripus become weak, what will happen? What will happen? Karma cycle will become weak. So, should the karma cycle become weak or should you become weak?
What will happen then? The karma cycle will become weak in the sense papas will all go away.
Slowly.
Will remain.
Punyas will keep accumulating.
Then what's the point?
That's okay. When you want to give up punyas and then get to moksha, it's a different path. That's a good path to be in. Don't accumulate more papas.
But how can you not accumulate more punyas also?
That is when you do the work in the spirit of renunciation and say, I don't want the punya. Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu, if you say, what will happen? It will only go to Krishna, not to you. So don't worry, it won't go to your time. Okay, don't worry so much about not accumulating punyas. Please worry about not accumulating papas. That's the most important thing. Okay, and how to make the 6 ripus weak? Simple. Act in a spirit of self-surrender as an instrument to God. If you do your work, the ripus will become weak. You will not suffer from karma problems. Okay. Now, yes. Yes.
Why should I suffer? Why did they kill me?
Why did it happen to me? I was always your devotee. I always called you. You always, and even now I had to wait for you to come. All this she asked him.
She asked, and he says Duryodhana's past karma made him to do more papa.
Evil.
It's not your bad. That's whatever you are saying that time.
It's stuck.
If we do more papas, it will lead to
more papa. It's a vicious cycle. If you do one thing wrong, if you tell one lie, what will happen? You will tell one more lie to cover it up. And then you will get into the habit of lying. That's the worst. Habit of lying is, without thinking also we'll happily lie. And it will not register as something wrong. Okay.
And sometimes after that, we think that is only...
That is the truth. We'll start selling it to ourselves. Because mind is a very tricky thing. Okay, so next shloka. I have to tell a story also. We learn the next verse and then go to the story. संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे
संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे
मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे
संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे
मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे
मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे
once more संकट together संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे. Okay, so now we'll quickly see the meaning also and then see the story. I'll take 5 minutes extra. Sankata, problems, predicaments. Say from problems. Hanuman chudave, Hanuman frees us. Frees whom? Jo, one who. Manakrama vachana dhyana lave. One who meditates on Hanuman with his or her mind, actions and words. Words. Immediately when we say this shloka only, we should think of this verse only, we should think of Bhagavad Gita. Which one? Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyajivam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktvaevam atmanam matparayana. What does it mean? Manmana bhava madbhakto. With your full mind, fix your mind completely on me. Let your mind be on me. Do bhakti to me. Okay, very important to also offer the devotion. And then what will happen? Offer everything to me, matyaji. Whatever you eat, if you eat, offer it to me. Yesterday in Soundra Lahari class also we saw the same meaning, right? 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡. You remember? You were not there in class. You remember? 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡 सकलमपि मुद्रा विरचना गतिप्रादक्षिण्यक्रमणमशनाद्याहुतिविधिः प्रणामः संवेशः सुखमखिलमात्मार्पणदृशा. You know it's पर्यायस्तव भवतु यन्मे विलसितम्. Every word that I utter should be your japa. Every action that I do should be your action. Any movement of the hand that I do also will be mudra to you. Any movement of my legs also will be pradakshina around you. This is what Shankaracharya tells the Devi. Same way here in Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna says is, fix your mind on me, offer bhakti to me, offer everything to me. Madhyaji mam namaskuru. Bow like that, prostrate like that before me. Mame vaishyasi, you will definitely come to me. Okay, Mame vaishyasi yuktvaevam. Yuktva, by being disconnected to me, you will definitely come to me. Okay. Atmanam matparayana. Yourself will be fixed completely on me. I will be your complete and sole refuge. Okay, this is what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Same meaning here. If you fix your mind, actions and words completely on Hanuman, you will be freed from all your problems. Does it mean problems won't come? What does it mean? You will not even look at the problem as a problem.
Yes.
Your attitude will change. Most problems come because of attitude. I am feeling very hot. I am miserable. Why are you miserable? I am very hot. The fan is there, no? No, I need more. I need an AC. Problem? Suffering from that problem? Now if you are doing it like Hanuman's work, Hanuman's thing, fixing your mind on Hanuman, all that you are doing, will you be looking as, is there a fan? Is there an AC? Am I hot? Am I cold? Will you even notice all these things? No. You'll say, I'm comfortable, I'm happy as I am. You'll be without the fan for hours and you won't even notice. So, lot of things change when the attitude changes. It's all only in the mind. If you choose to dislike one subject, because that subject deserves your derision, then that subject found didn't do anything. It is you who are doing something. You are the one who is looking with that glasses of saying, this subject horrible. If you remove those glasses and think, this subject, Hanuman subject, will you ever look at it with derision? Will you ever say physics is too tough for me? Will you ever cry? No. You will say the Hanuman subject physics and do it. Correct? So everything is in the attitude. So Sankat to say will immediately be freed. When we actually think of Hanuman, look at Hanuman. It is not very difficult to do. How? Hanuman Chalisa is the most addictive thing to chant. Most addictive. You don't have to, the whole of Friday you won't believe I will be chanting Hanuman Chalisa without realizing. Whole of Friday. Till Session I come to class. Okay, and even in class. It won't leave you. So there is no need to feel that it is difficult to do. Correct?
Sometimes when I'm going to school on Saturday,
You will be chanting Hanuman Chalisa. Correct. Very nice. Today whole day I would have sung Hanuman Chalisa. I'm seriously telling you. And it is not because I planned to or wanted to do. It just keeps coming. So when it keeps coming like that, automatically your thoughts will be pure, your actions will be pure, your talk will be pure, everything will be pure. So Manakrama Vachana. Important thing is congruence of mind, thought, mindset, thoughts, words and deeds. This we have seen Kayena Vacha Manasendriyeva in Vishnu System also. Congruence of these three is very important. What we think we should speak and what we speak or think we should do. We should not think one thing, talk differently, think one thing, act differently. If we do that, what will happen? Actually problems will happen. That is the cause of problems. That Sankata, why does it come? Because of lack of congruency between these three. Now if there is perfect congruency or agreement between these three, why? Because all three are fixed on Hanuman. Will there be problems? No. Simple. It's actually a very valuable life lesson that Hanuman Chalisa teaches us. That one, look at Hanuman constantly and worship him in your mind constantly. Immediately you will be able to overcome most challenges. You will feel if he can do it, I can do it. I am his devotee. You will not feel scared of anything. These verses are probably one of the most powerful verses of Hanuman Chalisa. It gives us a lot of hope and teaches very valuable lessons. So when we chant it mindlessly also, we should think a little and think, oh, what was the meaning, and chant. Then we'll start to appreciate. Now the story of the day, as I promised, I'll definitely tell. Okay, many of us are scared of this terrible thing called 7.5 years Shani in our horoscope. They all tell, they'll cry and say, 7.5 years Shani has come to visit. Very good that you don't know about it, Rishika. But anybody who has been through it will tell, you know, I'm going through a very tough place. That person will be very happy actually in life, okay?
That is January I got.
Don't worry. In January, for me, it left. Now, the thing is, but the point is, it's not whether you get or you don't get it. Everybody has to get 7.5 years Shani in their horoscope sometime or the other. The thing is, everybody is terrified of it. But who is not terrified, you know? Hanuman is not terrified. You know why? The story? Once, before 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡 is born, we all do prayers for our unborn children. We want our children to be healthy, happy, strong, etc. Ravana also wanted. But he went to a next level. What he did was, all the grahas, let me get them under my feet. If I get them under my feet, I will arrange each one in the correct way. So the moment 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡 is born, he will have the best possible planetary arrangements. He will be invincible. He will become greater than Indra. Anyway, he became greater than Indra, as we know. In the sense, he defeated Indra. He will be so powerful. But there will be no death for him. His name was 𝗟𝗔𝗥𝗡. So what did Ravana do? Ravana captured all the grass and nicely put them on the ground. It's like, you know, laying out tiles on the ground. Like that, he laid out 9 tiles. One tile was Surya Bhagavan, one tile was Shani Bhagavan, one tile was Rahu, Ketu. Like this, all the 9 tiles were laid down by him in his darbar, and he majestically placed one foot on square on top of it and said, I am controlling all the grahas now. So in Devaloka, grahas were absent. Where were they found? In Sri Lanka, under Ravana's feet. So all the devas went to Brahma and said, please help. This is an untenable situation. The grahas are needed. They should rotate around freely. If they don't move freely, then everybody's time and astrological charts will go for a toss. So please get them free. So Brahma said, wait, I will call Narada. He is the best person to sweet talk Ravana into releasing. And the person who is best to accomplish the task is Shani Bhagavan. So what did he do? Because Shani, you all know, right? If Shani Bhagavan looks at you, it is supposed to be terrible for you. That is called Shani Drishti. I didn't know this. Okay, Shani Drishti it seems. So Narada went to Ravana and said, you have laid all the grahas in the form of tiles on your floor and they are all showing their backs. How disrespectful. You are the Lord of the world. Everyone should be turned on their backs and looking at you when you walk majestically on them. So what did Ravana do? Fell for it. He turned over every tile. Every graha was turned over. Who was flipped over last? Shani. The moment Shani was flipped over, he looked at Ravana and smiled. That's it. Ravana immediately realized, oh no, my bad period has started. And then Shani Bhagavan, because the bad period had started, they all escaped in the stealth of the night. Well, because from then on, Ravana was not under there, was no longer able to control them. He was under the control of Shani. So everyone, Shani led the escape and Shani escaped from the palace. Ravana allowed all the grahas to escape, except Shani. You are the cause of all my problems, so I am going to imprison you. So for years, Shani Bhagavan was imprisoned. And you can continue to rotate in my jail, but you can't look at anybody. Because if you look at somebody, then automatically they will face my problem. Okay, I will not let this happen to anyone anymore. I am going to imprison you. So he got imprisoned. Who? Shani Bhagavan. He continued to rotate in the jail, so the world rotated as usual. Meanwhile, Sundarakanda episode, cut to the future. Who came to rescue Sita? Hanuman. When Hanuman came, he heard one wailing sound from the jail. Who was wailing? Shani Bhagavan, saying, I want to be free, I don't like this dark. So then Hanuman went there, opened the door, and Shani stepped out and said, oh no, I have looked at you. Now I have to catch you for 7.5 years. But you have freed me, so I am very grateful to you. Hanuman said, okay, look at me, no problem. What will you do if you look at me? Shani said, I will catch you for 7.5 years. How will you catch me? I will climb on top of your head and I will stay. When I stay, your friends, family, everybody, whoever is with you, they will all be upset with you. They will all be sad. Bad things will happen to you and to them. Hanuman said, I have no friends. I have no family. My head itself is at the feet of Lord Rama. You are happy to sit on my head. We both will be at Rama's feet together. So what happened? Shani Bhagavan climbed onto Hanuman's head, thinking, I have to do my duty. I have been freed. So what if this guy has freed me? I still have to do my duty. Then what happened? It was time for Hanuman to lift the rocks for building the bridge. So Hanuman started effortlessly lifting rocks, uprooting trees, everything. How did he carry? On his head. As he started flonking one rock after the other, and Hanuman will not carry one rock at a time. Hanuman will pile up 20, 30 rocks, 50, 100 rocks, and then he will walk and then throw them down. Effortlessly he will throw the rocks on his own head. Who was getting hurt? He could not sit on Hanuman's head for more than 3 hours. He came out and said, "Thank you. I will never be able to catch you in life, I know. I am really sorry for trying to." But Shani is very grateful. He told Hanuman, "You are such a nice person. You freed me from Ravana's imprisonment. So tell me, I will give you a boon." Guess what boon Hanuman asked for? Whoever prays to me will not be affected by Shani ever. Okay, so if it doesn't matter whether you're having 7.5 Shani, 1.5 Shani, 1 day Shani, whatever, nothing to do with Shani at all for you, because Hanuman is with you. Okay, so that is what Hanuman promises because of Shani's promise to Hanuman. So with that we wind up today. Enjoy the story, This is not from Valmiki Ramayana. This is from one of the local versions of the vernacular versions of the Ramayana, not from the, most likely it is from it's not from Tulsidas Ramayana either. It is most likely from a different version. Mostly it's popular in North India. Okay, so now we'll close the session with Om 3 times. Dhanyavadah. Thank you. I'm closing the live session as well. Dhanyavadah. If there are any doubts, you can message me later.